So once again, we are working with my favorite cookbook from World War II. And this time we're doing a lemon nut drop cookie that is in the index here for the wartime recipes. I have the stuff to fix this. I promise I will get it done this week. But I want to show you something y'all might find amusing. So to keep from taking these books into my kitchen and spilling stuff on them, because you might have noticed I'm not the most graceful and tidiest of cooks, I write them all out. And then I end up doing little doodles for them because I originally was trained as an artist. And this is my messy copy of everything. I'm already starting to plan for my Thanksgiving too. But anyway, back to the original cookbook. We're doing a lemon nut drop cookies. I really like lemon cakes and cookies, so I decided I wanted to make these. Turns out my mother-in-law shares this interest, which is good because that means I don't have to eat them all by myself. But it's 3.5 cups sifted cake flour, a teaspoon of baking soda, 1.5 teaspoons baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, a 1/2 cup of shortening, 1/2 cup of sugar, 2 eggs beaten, grated rind of 1 lemon, 3 tablespoons lemon juice, 1 cup of honey, and 1 cup chopped nuts. And you sift the first 4 ingredients. That's the flour, baking soda, baking powder, and salt. Cream, shortening, and sugar. Beat in eggs, lemon rind, and lemon juice. Add sifted dry ingredients, alternatively with honey. Add nuts, drop from the teaspoon onto a greased baking sheet and bake in moderate oven, 350 degrees, about 15 minutes. Makes 5 dozen. So, there that is. So I went ahead and pre-measured out everything. And step 1, of course, was to sift the cake flour, baking soda, baking powder, and salt together. And then, of course, next we creamed the shortening and the sugar together. And I did this in my mixer because doing this by hand is tedious. And then next I added the eggs, the lemon rind, and the, well, I was supposed to add the juice. It came in a little bit later, unfortunately, because, yeah, I'm a little bit of a scatterbrain. I'd started adding the flour in by the spoonful and then remembered, and I was like, oh yeah, let's put that lemon juice in there. Okay, so maybe I added a little bit of the honey first. It's supposed to alternate between the flour mixture and the honey. And I'm not sure if you noticed, but my honey started to crystallize, so this seemed a really good way to use that up. And then I went back to alternating between the flour and honey. And then once that was all nicely mixed together, I stirred in the cup of nuts. As you can see, I put this on top of my chopping board after cutting the nuts and was continuing to use the 1/2 cup measure I'd used earlier. Now the directions said to drop them by the teaspoonful, but that seemed like awfully tiny cookies. So I put all that back in the bowl and started over with my smallest cookie scoop. And I'm going to say, see, that looked much better going on. I didn't take into consideration how much these cookies were going to expand. I probably should have stuck with a teaspoonful. These cookies right out of the oven when they were still warm were absolutely delicious. They were more of a texture like a muffin top. But day 2, they were already stale. I've never had a cookie go stale quite that fast. This is not a cookie recipe I think that I'm going to add to my repertoire. But if you're enjoying these, please like and subscribe. I am very much motivated by the likes. Thank you.